What's up, guys? Welcome to Long Island Real Estate with me, Sal Catalano. In this video, we're going to be taking a look back at March, and then we're going to be taking a look ahead at what the spring market, which quite frankly is already here, is going to bring us. So if you're thinking about jumping into the market, buying or selling, now's the time to get serious. So let's take a look. Let's start over in Nassau. The average sales price in Nassau was $815,000, which was up 2% from February. And that's a healthy gain, and it shows buyers are still willing to pay up, especially for move-in ready homes in areas that they're looking for. We saw new listings, and this is big. They jumped almost 39% from last month. And now at first glance, that sounds like the market's softening, right? Makes sense. More homes equals less competition. But not quite, because even with that big jump, inventory is still super low. Just a 2.42 month supply, which keeps us firmly in a seller's market. So what's happening is we are seeing the spring surge of sellers who waited out the winter. So more listings are hitting the market, but the buyer demand is just absorbing that right up. Homes are still selling fast at 41 days on the market, and they're getting 99.6% of their asking price, so a little bit below. So buyers, if you're thinking you can come in with lowball offers, things are essentially selling for right at asking price. So it's still not that market. Sellers still have the leverage, just not quite as much as they did last year. So let's take a look over at Suffolk. Suffolk, a little bit different. The average sales price is $650,000, which is up 3.1% from February, which is good. Bigger jump than it was over in Nassau, and that's kind of been the trend for the past few months. The sweet spot over in Suffolk, we're seeing more buyers move out east looking for value, but that's driving up the prices of the more affordable houses on the east end. Days on the market in Suffolk is just 39, and homes are actually selling for 100.6% of their listing price. So again, this isn't the market for lowball offers or anything like that. So even though inventory rose, Suffolk now has a 2.72 month supply. So demand is still outpacing it. And what's interesting is the type of inventory that we're getting. We're seeing lots of first-time seller inventory. Folks who bought 4 to 6 years ago made a lot of equity gains, and now they're upsizing or moving out of state. And that's opening up inventory for new buyers, but the competition is still very high. So we're seeing more homes, but they are still moving fast as long as they're priced right and they show well. So what does this mean for you guys if you're thinking about buying or selling? So sellers, this is still your moment. Inventory is ticking up, but you still have the pricing power. And if you're worried about where you'll go next, that's where strategy comes in. And, I can help you line up your sale of your next move, whether it's Long Island or wherever else it might be. Buyers, you do have more listings to choose from than you did over the winter, but you're still facing a ton of competition. So the key is to get clear on your must-haves, get your pre-approval, get your attorney, get your team all lined up so you are ready to move when you find what you're looking for. And regardless of which side of the table that you're on, understanding the actual micro-local market is everything. And that's something I could definitely help you out with, because what's happening in Babylon isn't happening in Massapequa. And that's where, having somebody that knows really matters. So if you want to talk about how this is going to impact your plans, whether you're buying, selling, or you just like, real estate stuff like myself, reach out. And if you found this helpful, give the video a like, subscribe, so you get next month's update, and drop questions or comments, questions in the comments below. I'd love to chat. So talk to you guys next month.